Since we've perfected the art of leaving trail cameras everywhere, a lot of really strange and unexplainable things have been captured. From clear evidence of aliens and UFOs to creepy creatures prowling the woods and animal confrontations, here are the 15 strangest things captured with a trail camera. Number 15. Terrifying stalker. When you place a trail camera in the woods on your property, you have to be prepared for just about anything. One can only hope to never encounter terrifying creatures lurking in the dead of night. But these trail cam owners weren't so lucky. In this initially innocent trail cam footage, we see a deer grazing at night, but upon closer inspection, things get a lot scarier. Hiding in the distance, we see that the unsuspecting deer has a creepy stalker. And it's definitely not any friendly forest-dwelling creature we've seen before. Since this trail camera footage was filmed in the dead of night, we can't make out much more of the creepy creature than its glowing eyes and oddly shaped face. Scientists and skeptics alike can agree on the fact that the creepy figure lurking almost out of sight has no features resembling those of a bear, deer, or any other woodland creature we know. Could it be a carcass thief hiding in the woods? Or some ancient Wendigo looking for its next meal? This footage has gone completely viral, and conspiracy theories about what this terrifying creature is have ranged from an alien being to some unidentified forest monster. But we are no closer to knowing what this ominous creature could be. Number 14. The Bakersfield UFO. A Bakersfield resident had a trail camera set up watching the sky outside his home, and what he captured one night shook the whole world. Onlookers were stunned by the eerie images he captured, and we find it hard to argue with the fact that this could very likely be real evidence of a UFO flying through our skies. The age-old debate about the existence of extraterrestrials has always been interesting, but the increasingly creepy and spooky tracking camera footage coming to light is providing more and more evidence that we may very well not be alone in the universe, possibly not even on our own planet. The tracking camera captures a strange craft appearing from behind the tree line and making its way across the night sky, only to disappear again and leave a trail of white debris in its wake. The whole thing is too big to have been a comet, and the intensely fast and smooth way it moves through the air makes us think that some very advanced alien technology might be behind this unusual craft that has captured the attention of people all over the world. Number 13. The monkey. There have always been a number of myths and legends of the South Americas, but what this tracking camera captured in the dead of night could be the first time we have actual video evidence of the Hispanic legend of La Mona. In the first clip, we see a creature stalking out of the forest under cover of darkness, and all we can make out is a monkey-like creature moving in a ridiculously creepy way, leading us to believe that there is something supernatural about this disturbing creature. Another trail camera pointed down a desolate street caught a similar-looking creature stalking the streets at night. Everything about the fluid, four-legged movement of this creepy creature has us on edge. Locals believe it is the ancient legend of La Mona, a witch woman who turned into this disfigured beast at night and terrorized the locals. Although at first this all sounds like far-fetched stories, the fact that we have not been able to find a rational explanation for what this creepy creature is makes us wonder if the myth of La Mona could be true. Whatever this creature is, it will undoubtedly now be engraved in our worst nightmares. Number 12. The antics of the bears. Someone decided to put a mirror in the middle of the forest and place a tracking camera nearby. And we can't say we're disappointed with the results. The first and last creature to come across the mirror was a bear, but it didn't seem too happy with the unwanted object in its forest. The bear immediately goes on the offensive, and we can surmise that it probably assumed another bear was threatening its territory. The bear proceeds to attack the mirror quite aggressively and rips it clean out of the tree. But fortunately, the mirror landed upside down and did not splinter into sharp fragments. This is a rather unique insight into the behavior and instincts of these wild animals, and we can't help but admire the sheer force the bear exerts in its paws. We're not sure if the people who placed the trail camera there got the results they intended, but they did manage to capture some of the coolest candid trail camera footage we've ever seen of bears being bears. Clearly, the bear does not have the conceptual understanding of a mirror, and this is the reason for this territorial response. But whoever came up with this idea was undoubtedly a genius of nature observation. Number 11. Sound of nature. As we said before, owners of tracking cameras should be prepared. to find almost any recording captured by their cameras. Sometimes this requires nerves of steel, and sometimes a sense of humor. Trail cameras really do capture everything that happens in the wild. And these trail camera owners? They were probably left with their mouths hanging open. After reviewing footage captured by trail cameras and discovering some high-definition footage of deer flatulence, it seems that many people have been encouraged to share their own humorous clips. It should be noted that deer seem to have a special affinity for releasing gas in front of the camera, much to the amusement of those who come across the footage. This new interest in deer flatulence has even spawned online communities dedicated to sharing and discussing such videos, with some people going so far as to make entire compilations of the funniest flatulence. The popularity of these videos has also piqued the interest of scientists, who are studying the possible ecological implications of deer flatulence and its impact on the environment. And homeowners who install their own trail cameras can attest to that. Number 10. Bambi to the rescue. If you're lucky, your trail cam can capture an absolutely crazy, unbelievable, and outlandish animal confrontation that no one would believe if it wasn't recorded. This is exactly what happened in this trail cam footage, only at first it's all a bit chaotic. We see a wild rabbit minding its own business when a hawk swoops in for the kill. It looks like just an awesome predatory bird hunt caught on camera. But things quickly get weird when Bambi jumps out of the bush and turns into a Rambo. The deer, for no apparent reason, begins to ruthlessly attack the hawk, who had not seen this unusual attack coming at all. Deer are not usually aggressive or carnivorous creatures, so this behavior is quite puzzling. The only explanation we can think of is that the rabbit and the deer must have been friends of some sort, as they clearly had a bond that called the deer to the rescue. In fact, the deer not only defended itself against the predatory bird, but ended up killing it in an impressive display of survival instinct. This unexpected confrontation between species reminds us of the complexity and diversity of the animal kingdom, where even the most unlikely scenarios can occur. Furthermore, this event highlights the importance of being aware of our natural environment and the vital role each animal plays in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Number 9. Brave roosters. If you're looking for a defensive system to protect your chickens from predatory birds, these trail cameras captured exactly why roosters are the answer. These unlikely birds actually turned out to be miraculous defenders of their defenseless sisters who fear nothing and no one when hawks or eagles swoop down on them. The roosters quickly run to the front to protect the flock, and most of these predatory birds are actually quite outmatched when faced with an adult rooster. In reality, roosters have a natural instinct to protect their hens and will fight off almost any animal that threatens them. It is believed that having a few roosters around can help keep hens safe. Depending on the size and temperament of the rooster, they can even scare humans. We can only imagine how frightening it would be to be viciously attacked by one of these large birds, causing us to flee in terror for the hills. However, it is important to keep in mind that roosters can also be aggressive towards humans, especially if they feel threatened or their territory is being invaded. That's why it's crucial to treat them with care and respect their boundaries to avoid unwanted confrontations. These unique trail camera clips show how good roosters really are at fending off threats, and it's actually quite impressive. Number 8. Hawk versus squirrel. When we think of a showdown between a hawk and a squirrel, things seem to tilt much more in favor of the creature with a clawed beak and a 200 psi grip strength. But this tracking camera footage proves that the resilient squirrel is not to be underestimated. We see an intense battle taking place just inches in front of the trail camera, in which a hawk swooped in to catch a squirrel, not realizing that it thought it was going to be an easy meal. However, the squirrel did not give up the fight so easily, and after an intense struggle, we see it escape from the hawk's grasp to scurry off into the bushes. A few days later, the exact same tracking camera captures a squirrel approaching to eat, only it is the same squirrel that narrowly escaped death's grasp. The squirrel clearly has a wound on its side, a scar that speaks of its heroic battle with the bird. The fact that the little squirrel survived such a fierce foe is nothing short of remarkable, and we can only admire the little squirrel's spirit. In another similar trail cam clip, we see a squirrel escaping a hawk's swooping attack by the breadth of a hair, after which the two animals have an interesting face-off. These trail cam clips of adorable squirrels escaping such ferocious predators are great to watch, and are without a doubt some of the coolest and most candid moments of nature we've seen. Number 7. Mysterious alien in Montana. It's one of the extraterrestrial hotspots in the world, and spooky and supernatural things have been happening here for many years. The infamous Red Gate area, where the footage from our tracking camera in this topic was captured, has seen many strange alien things, but perhaps none as strange as the humanoid figure that was seen walking through the field at night. The owner of the tracking camera has many mounts over the area, but this is the first time he has come across something like this. The tracking camera was activated to capture 3 images. The first shows the strange creature, and the other 2 are inexplicably pitch black. The creature's translucent skin, oddly shaped head, and lanky limbs make it clear that it is not quite human. Could this be real proof that extraterrestrials walk our Earth? The owner of this tracking camera is convinced of what his camera has spotted, but the image has been the source of rampant debate and fierce controversy. We haven't been able to get to the bottom of what the creepy creature is that appears in this creepy tracking camera footage, and this only deepens the mystery. Many believe this is evidence of alien contact. While we don't know where this alleged alien went or what it was doing here, everything surrounding this terrifying tracking camera is tremendously disturbing. And for now, we are left with no answers. Number 6. The elusive Bigfoot, or whatever you want to call the legendary creature that lives beyond our detection. No tally of trail cameras would be complete without a sighting of good old Bigfoot. This is exactly what a trail camera in the woods of Michigan captured. While reviewing footage captured by his trail camera, a man noticed something mysterious lurking in the background. The grainy images reveal a large, dark silhouette hidden behind a row of trees, leaving us speculating about its identity and intentions. As we watch the images, an unsettling feeling runs down our spines, as if we are being closely watched by this enigmatic figure. Perhaps it is a creature of local folklore, or a lost hiker seeking refuge in the forest. Whatever the case, the possibility of encountering this unknown entity sends shivers down our spines and leaves us with endless questions about the world beyond our comprehension. The dark silhouette disappears back into the forest as quickly as it appeared, making this encounter all the more terrifying. The terrifying creature was never seen again. But this man and other Bigfoot hunters have spared no effort in their search through the woods for the elusive creature that made itself known for a brief moment on trail camp sightings like this are what keep the belief in Bigfoot alive. But if this creature doesn't exist, number 5, pale deer. It's always very exciting to come across animals in the wild that have unique and mesmerizing color combinations. But these trail camera owners really hit the nail on the head with their sighting of these extremely rare piebald deer. Studies show that less than 2% of deer in the wild are born with this rare color mutation. While a true white-tailed albino deer is nearly impossible to spot, the piebald deer follows close behind. The almost Dalmatian effect of white and brown we see in the fur of these deer is quite cool. However, since woodpeckers are a prey species, this mutation often makes them stand out like a sore thumb to predators, always on the lookout for easy targets. It is fascinating to think about how this mutation might affect the long-term survival of the species, as natural selection favors individuals that can mimic their environment and avoid detection. Perhaps the piebald mutation will eventually become more common in areas where predators are scarce, or perhaps it will remain a rare and unique phenomenon in nature. All of these are interesting questions to ponder about the fascinating world of wildlife and genetics. With the list of significant disadvantages that come with being a piebald-colored deer in the wild, it is highly unlikely that these cervids will grow to adulthood. That's why seeing an adult piebald deer is one of the coolest things you can capture with your trail camera. And we can only imagine how cunning this deer must be to avoid becoming a meal despite its striking appearance. Number 4. New monster from Mexico. This single disturbing image has sparked fear in northern New Mexico, locals believe. This chilling image from a trail camera is proof that a skinwalker is lurking in the area. Ancient Indian country is widely known for the myths and legends of skinwalkers, and this already terrifying legend is now made even creepier through this insane footage from a trail camera. Upon seeing the footage, people working nearby quickly abandoned their jobs and left the area, proving just how strong the superstitions regarding the skinwalkers are among the locals. It all makes for a very creepy scene, and we can't say we feel too comfortable knowing that this ghostly beast caught on trail camera is still lurking out there somewhere. This creepy trail camera clip is one of those things we would have felt better off never having seen, and makes us wonder how many monsters and beasts live among us without us ever knowing. However, a terrifying trail camera sighting of a supposed skinwalker has caused great upset in the area, and, if these legends are to be believed, you definitely don't ever want to encounter a skinwalker. Number 3. Wild Wonder. Hunters and nature enthusiasts have always had a special interest in albino animals. Although the following birds are not technically albinos, their rare white coloration makes them incredibly difficult to find. These white turkeys were undoubtedly the highlight of Thanksgiving, as it is very rare to see them in this uncommon hue. Their white color is actually due to a disease called leucism, which occurs in birds when a specific genetic mutation causes loss of pigmentation in the feathers. In fact, leucism is a relatively rare condition that few people know about. While some may confuse these turkeys with albinos, it is important to note that it is actually a separate and distinct phenomenon. Despite their rarity, these birds are truly a sight to behold, and it's no wonder they are so prized by hunters and nature enthusiasts alike. All of these trail cameras were lucky enough to spot these incredibly rare birds, and the owners of the trail cameras were probably overjoyed to find such a rare animal hanging around their property. Capturing a turkey with this rare shade of white is considered a once-in-a-lifetime catch, and only 1 in 100,000 will have this unique appearance. Number 2. Cubs galore. Trail cameras are devices designed to capture images of nature up close and personal, allowing photography enthusiasts to explore wildlife in a way they've never experienced before. The thrill for owners of these cameras to discover the sweetest and most amazing images that have been captured by their device is unparalleled. Being able to enjoy these unique and unforgettable moments is something that can only be experienced with a trail camera, a tool that allows photographers to discover and appreciate the beauty of nature in all its splendor. We had never stopped to think about how big the coyote litters were, but this is definitely a bit more than we expected. This adorable trail footage captured the parents and a bunch of pups playing around, and is obviously one of the first encounters the pups had with the outside world. There are many terrifying and disturbing things that have been captured with a trail camera, but this touching footage almost makes up for it. This rare footage shows up close as the large family scampers through the grass, and we can't help but be captivated by the adorable creatures who are blissfully unaware that they are being watched. Number 1. Cryptid man dog. Creepy encounters with trail cameras are nothing new, but this one definitely takes the cake. One man was left terrified after capturing a 6-foot-tall beast with his trail camera, and the half-man, half-dog being, by the looks of it, has become infamously known as the Dog Man. The footage was slowed down and stabilized to get a clear image of the creature, but it appears it was too fast to be captured properly by the camera. The strange creature looks at the camera for a single instant before disappearing back into the forest thicket. Could this terrifying canine beast creature be some distant relative of Bigfoot? This cryptic footage has conspiracy theorists reeling, and encounters like this, while slightly bizarre, are the reason many of us believe there are hidden beasts in our forests that have been masterfully avoiding detection all this time. Whatever this creepy creature is, for now, we are left with the unknown. This creepy footage from a tracking camera shows that there are most likely still creatures avoiding detection, hiding somewhere in the forests of our world, just out of our sight. This concludes our list of terrifying and creepy trail camera captures. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other mind-blowing videos floating around on screen right now. See you next time.